Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Manju. I hope you're all doing great today. And today I'm really pleased to have Joni Hanson Davis here. She's created a new male fertility supplement called Beli Vitality. And I wanted to introduce her and tell you a little bit about her first. She's the CEO and founder of Beli. She's spent 20 years in technology, bringing consumer and enterprise products to market for companies such as Microsoft, AT&T, and Dell. Her passion and focus changed when she herself was trying to get pregnant and becoming a mother, and she's currently a mother to 3 children. She found herself researching healthy, clean products and found it was hard and it took a lot of time. And most importantly, her research confirmed that our health is an incredibly empowering aspect of our fertility, including our ability to conceive and sustain a healthy pregnancy. There's a lot that we can do to help ensure our bodies are the healthiest they can be to welcome a new life into the world. So she conceived Beli to empower women and men to take control of their health. She's using her background in data science and technology to modernize the world of nutritional science. She, along with her team, are just getting started, and the first product is Beli Vitality for men. Because as they say, sperm counts. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Joni Hanson Davis. Hi, Joni.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
So I just wanted I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what got you interested in Vitality, and tell us a little bit about the product.
Absolutely will do. And first of all, I want to say kudos to you for putting together this support group. I know that trying to get pregnant is a very wonderful, exciting, frustrating, hard, unpredictable time in our lives. And it's amazingly common how it's pretty common to have some fertility struggles. I mean, every year there's 10 million people trying to get pregnant, and only and 75% of us have problems getting pregnant and staying pregnant. So having us come together and share the information and our journeys to help each other, I think, is a wonderful thing. So kudos to you, and welcome to everybody who's joined us today. So my journey into Beli is a personal one. We set out to create a vitamin actually for women, a better prenatal that's in the market today. And we were doing it, and we are, and we will optimize to each stage of pregnancy, because what tends to happen is there was a one size fits all. And as you know, everybody's pregnancy journey is different. And so we were setting out to optimize for fertility for first trimester, second, third, and especially post, which we can get into at a later date. But, and what we found in this whole equation is, where are the men, right? And I think as women, we do everything we can. We research and we eat well, and we start taking our prenatals, and we do fertility diets and smoothies and acupuncture and yoga and all the things that we can do to make our bodies the healthiest they can be. And really the issue of men doesn't come up until a problem arises, but actually they're 50% of the equation, right? They carry 50% of the genetic material. And if the sperm is not healthy enough to preserve that material and penetrate the egg, the baby doesn't occur, and it won't properly develop. And it's amazing that in 40% of all couples, there is an issue with the male. And a lot of it has to do with nutrient shortages. So just like women prepare their bodies for pregnancy, men need to do the same. And over, I see things like, okay, men, all you have to do is wear boxers and not get in a hot tub. And those may be temporary reductions in sperm counts, but your fertility starts the minute you're in your reproductive years. Every day, there are millions of sperm that are born, and it takes 3 months to fully mature that sperm, and there's a lot that can happen to it along the way. So what we've tried to do with Beli Vitality is to optimize the right nutrients that'll help the sperm from the beginning through their maturation, so it can properly penetrate the egg and carry that genetic material.
Okay, well, that's, I think you're so right about the male part that's often overlooked, because my doctor once told me a story that he was giving one of his male patients thyroid medication because the man was hypothyroid, and ended up his wife became pregnant because his thyroid function was better. And his sperm apparently were a little slow before, so she wasn't getting pregnant, and now all of a sudden she got pregnant when he treated the male, the hypothyroidism, which, so I think it's important to think about men as well. Can you tell our viewers, and I know there's a lot of people in my Facebook group also, how is this, now there are not many male supplements I think out there, but first of all, but how is this different from other male fertility supplements?
Yeah, that's a great question. And there aren't, because most of it, and it's amazing to me that in 2019, right, the women bear the psychological and physical burden of getting pregnant, and we all blame ourselves if we don't, right? So there are serious medical conditions, right? And you should always see your fertility doctor. But there are things that we can control, right? So this is about there's so many things out of our control in this process. Is what can we control? So every ingredient in Beli has been clinically proven to improve sperm health, increase sperm count, protect them as they grow, helps them be strong enough to penetrate the egg, balances your acid alkaline in your body. And overall, a healthy body is healthy sperm. So it's not funny, but there's been a ton of articles that have come out lately about the decline in sperm counts worldwide. And really, if a man has bad sperm, it actually means he might die earlier. So your sperm is actually an indication of your overall health. And so the ingredients that we put in Beli Vitality, and Vitality, actually, why we named it Vitality, it's critical to life. And so all of these ingredients that are optimized for sperm health are ingredients that have been clinically proven to help with overall sperm health. And we've put together a special vitality blend that goes into our product, which is made up of L-carnitine, L-arginine, Shilajit, which we can talk about a little bit because I think that's super unique. That's not in any product in the market. That's actually just optimized, not just that it's there. It's not just a checklist ingredient, but it's in the right form, and it's the right dose. It's the right, and it's the high quality, right? It's in a form, that your body can easily absorb. So those are all the factors that we considered when we made Beli Vitality for men. So there are some supplements out there, and some of them are okay. But I just think this is an area where supplements, the science hasn't, the supplements haven't caught up with the science behind it. There's just a lot more that we know now that can go into these formulations that really the new supplement market hasn't caught up with it yet.
Can you tell us a little bit about that product? What did you say that it was? I haven't heard of it. Shilajit?
Yeah. So Shilajit is an adaptogen. Totally, okay. It's very natural. It's been around for ages. And I didn't even know personally it existed. My team didn't until one of our formulators said, "Have you thought about Shilajit? We've used it in our office," and 3 men got their wives pregnant within a month. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, what is in it? And if you do any type of research, there's been tons of clinical studies on the benefits of Shilajit to your overall health, but particularly to your sperm health. And the history is super fascinating. It was owned forever by the Russian government, and it was under lock and key because of the benefits it gave to their athletes, to their astronauts. It's just an overall empowering adaptogen for your health with no side effects. It's all natural. But a lot of it is just the ability to increase your sperm counts and overall men's health, and also it definitely improves your sperm quality.
So if you have any links or any research articles or even just articles in general, if we could, we'll post them. Sure. Be it below this video. That way the readers, if they want to read up about this adaptogen, they could do that. And for people who don't know what an adaptogen is a substance, they're really remarkable in herbal medicine that kind of balance your hormones naturally. And so when the body has an excess of something, it brings it back to balance. And when there's a deficiency of something, it brings whatever that hormone is or substance is back up. And so it's really fascinating to me that that there are compounds out there that are adaptogens. For example, ashwagandha is an adaptogen, rhodiola is an adaptogen. I just want to throw that out there in case people didn't understand what an adaptogen was. So that would be great if you could.
No, thank you for that. Yeah, and so I want to tell you guys as well that everything that's gone into this product is backed by research. So there's nothing in here that we haven't backed by research. So if you go to Beli Baby, which is BELIBABY.com, and go to our science page, you can see we've listed a bunch of research articles that we've used, so you can do your own research on it. But we think that's really important. Obviously, there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of lack of information, right or wrong, bad or good. We as women are out doing a lot of the research, and we have to sort through all of that. So we want to make that easier for you too. So Beli, we're not, we have a great team. We have a great team of formulators, but it's run a lot by women. For women, we understand our bodies, we understand the process, and we do our research. And so if you want to know the science behind it, I'm happy to give you our articles on that, and then as well you can check the website.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you. And are there any side effects at all to Vitality that anybody should know about? And it sounds like it's pretty safe.
It shouldn't be. Now, as with anything, you should always check with your doctor, especially if you're going through IVF or having going down that route. But there should not be anything in here that's, again, controversial or anything that should cause any side effects for you. But again, always check with your doctor before you start a new regime.
So you mentioned some creating some supplements for women. So that's probably on tap for the future. So tell us a little bit about what's on tap with Beli for the future.
I'm so excited. It's such a big roadmap. And, a lot of this too is the philosophy behind Beli is we want to bring a cleaner vitamin, right? So if you look at our bodies, our cells are always rejuvenating, which is amazing. But what those cells are being created from is what we consume. And so the ability to bring high quality in the forms that are best absorbed by our body. Our vitamins are vegan, they're non-GMO, and they're manufactured under the good manufacturing processes is really important. So in addition to bringing this to all of this goodness to you, we want you to know this is a really good clean vitamin, and this is something that's going to be good for your cells and good for your health. There's just a big roadmap for this. So what we're working on now is a women's prenatal. We'll do it by stage, right? Because we think it's best optimized as to what your body needs at that given time. And right now, there's not one prenatal on the market that meets current AMA guidelines or the guidelines for pregnancy. And again, it's just the fact that supplements have not caught up with the science. It's ever changing, with all the research done with choline and, and folate and some of these other ingredients. And I think actually Shilajit would be really good for women as well to help balance hormones. So we're looking at that as well. So we'll be doing a women's prenatal, and then we'll probably be working on a women's postnatal. We're just going to keep going down the path because I think this is one industry that really needs a lot of modernization, and that we can do a lot of good to help women empower like what we put in our bodies. Because I think that has lifestyle choices has a lot to do with our fertility and our success in this area.
Yes, I agree. I do think diet and lifestyle does impact fertility to a certain extent, depending on the age of the woman, but I definitely think it's better to be as healthy as possible. So if there's a supplement out there that meets AMA guidelines and you're saying like most of them don't, it's so hard because there's so many supplements out there to find which one is good and which one is not good is sometimes difficult. And also some people don't believe in supplements. Obviously, as a women do take prenatal vitamins to supplement because I don't think that we get all the nutrients that we need actually from our diets. Even the most healthy people sometimes can be deficient in trace elements or trace nutrients. So I agree with you on that.
And that's true. And especially as we're going through trying to prepare our bodies for pregnancy, our bodies need more than what we can get from food. So even going back through the food chain, and my personal opinion on that is the way, our food goes from farm to table, a lot happens to it. It takes out all the good nutrients. So even if we are super healthy eaters, I think it's really hard. I agree with you there. And then on top of it, we're preparing our bodies to ask it to do something that is really, really big. And so our bodies need more than we could probably get from food, which is why prenatals are so widely recommended. I don't know one doctor that doesn't, just because our bodies need that extra, those extra vitamins and minerals and antioxidants to help it do what we're asking it to do, which is a big thing. And as we talk about even post-baby, it takes 7 years for your body to recover from a pregnancy. And I think once that, your baby is born, you also need to think about how do you replenish everything that's lost in your body and get that balance back. So there's a lot, I think, of goodness that we can do to help us along our path, no matter where we're at in that journey. My personal philosophy is your reproductive health starts the day, you're right, the day you begin your childbearing years. And so, you know, the health of our egg and the health of our sperm is something we should be focused on throughout our entire childbearing years versus just the 3 months before you're trying to get pregnant. So even for belly vitality for men, we recommend that you take it for at least 3 months because that's how long it takes for a sperm to mature. And so you have to start creating that buildup in your body in order to create the healthiest environment for that sperm to do what you're asking it to do.
Yes, I agree that you know 3 months may actually not even be enough time. You may actually need to. Some people may need to prepare for 6 months because if you've been eating cheese fries and all of a sudden, you know, it's also diet and it may take a little bit longer for everybody's body is different. There's a big difference between a 23-year-old and like, you know, a 42-year-old. It's going to be really, really different. So I agree with you there. What was I going to say? Just, yeah, an absorption of the supplement. So do you have anything to say about how Beli is absorbed?
Well, I think what's interesting is I think a lot of people take a lot of vitamins and they check the box. It's got folic acid. We believe that folate and the methylated form of folate is better absorbed, right? Because 40% of us have the MTHFR, you know, mutation. So really not just looking at how you check the box into your ingredients, but the form that they're in. We have a non-GMO vitamin C. 95% of vitamin C's in the market are GMO. So, you know, there's a lot that goes beyond just the checklist of what should be in a vitamin, but rather the forms that they're in that'll help get to your body, right? And help, you know, because if you don't have the right forms, you don't have high quality ingredients, it gets just stuck in your cells, which is equally bad, we think. So in order to make it better absorbed is to use the right kind of forms of the vitamins we're looking at. Folate's one of them, the methylated forms of B12. That'll help it helps. It's more natural for your body to absorb it than some maybe other synthetics.
Okay, that sounds great because people don't think just because I'm popping all the supplements, they don't think about how it's absorbed or their own capacity to absorb supplements. So if there is if you do have Crohn's disease or you have ulcerative colitis or if you difficulty absorbing nutrients, that's something, you know, as always, you want to check with your physician before starting anything new. But that's a good point to make. So it's good to know that you put in ingredients that are more absorbable.
Yes, for sure. It's important.
So as we finish up, do you have anything else to add?
I would say try Beli. You know, it's all about increasing your chances of getting pregnant, right? And this is one thing you can control. So if you're not focused on the guy, I know women, I know you're doing everything you can for yourselves, and the journey is unique and individual to everyone. But to the extent that you can look at your guy and your partner and also make sure that they're doing the right things for their health to help increase the health of their sperm, will help increases your chances of getting pregnant, whether or not you're doing it naturally or you're doing it through IVF. Just nutrients, whether in your prenatal or in the male, will help. To what extent, that's an individual journey, but don't leave out the male equation because it's 50% of the equation.
Right, and then I will put the links to where people can buy the supplement, the links to your page or your website. I'll put them below this web video so people can purchase Beli. If you all have any questions, just post them, and myself or Joni will try to answer them in the coming days. This was very interesting. Thank you so much, Joni. I just have to quickly add that I have no commercial interest in Beli. I'm bringing this supplement out to you guys because I think it's something different and something new, something that we haven't really heard about. So it's all for your knowledge and consumption. And I think that's it. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I think it's a great discussion. And again, thank you for having me. You know, the discussion of the male side of the equation is not heard a lot, right? I think everything's focused on what the women are doing. But I think it's an important discussion, an important point for all of us in this support group to be aware of. You know, go do your own research, go to Beli. There's a lot of research there, but it's an important part of the equation. So as long as we can elevate this discussion, I think it'll be helpful to a lot of people.
Okay, everyone, with that, we're gonna end our live today. Again, if you have any questions, please post them below. If you like this video, please share it. And we will be answering your questions, and looking forward to chatting with you all again next week. Okay, I want to thank Joni for being on here and to giving us all this useful information. Okay,
Thank you, everyone.
see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.